Good evening, good evening, good evening. How are everyone? Welcome to another Friday evening of my time at Portia. At my normal day job, the company actually lets us out a little bit earlier on a Friday, so I am able to start a little bit earlier, and hopefully I can get in, say, a couple of hours this evening of my time at Portia. So let me just confirm all my settings are live, and I am indeed live and everything is working. Everything looks fine. Cool. Just a bit on the sort of my streaming history so far. I have just finished yesterday my first 4 weeks of streaming, and it's been a bit of a wild ride. I have gotten some good metrics. I've gotten a few followers, but the main thing that I wanted to do was to try and be consistently streaming on a schedule, which I've done. I've also did the stick commitment. If you do exclamation mark commitment in my chat at the moment, it will show you. Let me actually do that. What I had committed to, and I've actually just done that and completed it yesterday. And yeah, that was a 4-week commitment, and now I'm into my next phase of basically growing the stream, keeping up the schedule, and next is how do I get more followers and a community going. That's a challenge I'm going to think about this weekend, and hopefully by next week I will have a plan of action of things that's inside my control that I can do to grow my community. But that's all in the meta game of streaming. Now is the...
Hey there, my favorite builder in town.
Hello, Molly.
Hey, Mally. What's up?
Ho-ho, how would you like to go on another adventure with me, since we had such fun last time?
We did have fun.
On the maps, there's a ruin on Starlight Island. I need to go check it out before the mayor starts letting in visitors. I might run into more jammed doors, so I thought, why not just bring my own builder this time? What do you say?
Sure, sounds easy.
I will wait for you at the harbor.
Sure, let's do it. How long is she gonna wait? Okay, let's do a few quests. Soto, yes. And I did not actually fish last night, so I don't have a pressure to must go and sell fish. Let's kick off a few other stuff. I can do some more milk tea. Can I grow something that actually gives me tea? No. Milk, it says livestock or farm store, but tea is only from the farm store. That's right. That's 4% stamina. So it's like a backup for the apple slices, in case I run out of apple slices. Which I believe I shouldn't, because I've got a bunch of that. But we can see. Refuel, and let's see. More resin, more maybe cultivated soil. Got a lot of soil, but not so much animal bones. Maybe that's one thing I can go and commission from our good friends at the Silver Corps. Hello, Ak. Sprida, I've done a bunch of work. Check them out.
Hey!
Hello.
I had a dream where I was back on my space station, and Lara was right there beside me. Ah, what a sweet dream.
Ah, so romantic. Fisher, start viewed by Polly. Relationship plus 30. I think I should actually place a lot more stuff around my yard. I thought originally that I might get a lot more from having donated stuff to the museum, but it doesn't seem like that is actually the case. Yesterday in the in-game day, I donated a bunch of stuff for the museum so that they can actually no, the reason I was donating, I wanted to get to 30 items, which gives me the safety box, which is this item, which is also a 60 storage item, storage box, but I can't access it. So I don't think I'm going to use it that much, but occasionally there's some things that I don't want Ack to use. So I'm going to make sure he doesn't access that. Okay. Feed my fishies. Give me about 10. Another 10. And the big one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Roughly. It gets harder to count them. But I think the total capacity for this of adults is 20. You can go over that cap if they breed, but you can't put in any more than 20 yourself. But once they go over the cap, you can't even feed them, so you have to then decide where you want to go. More aluminum plate. The other thing I was running out the previous day was aluminum plate. So it's good to get that topped up. I might actually make another of these comprehensive grinders. Let me actually check if I can manufacture that. How's these things doing? After I've topped up everything. Refuel, top up. Refuel, top up. Charcoal, definitely. Refuel, top up. I could also refuel, so I could almost just save time and just do the topping up the production side of things. I would come around and sort it out. While he is in my employ. So, let's actually just do that. And let Ack sort it out. Mr. Ack. Oops, no. Oops, no, that wasn't coming up. There we go. Let's see. Craft more. I could actually, I assume, actually stop production if I've got like a big enough stockpile. But it's like, no, you can't sit still. Must produce. Must produce. You cannot sit still. I've also given a condensed power stones actually, or it's in his storage so they can access. So I'm sure he can actually top that up as well. Let's see, I wanted to fit the animals. Make sure they are happy. Sweet. So you can normally, via the interaction, actually pet them, but that you can only do one at a time. Whereas this feather duster, you just get sort of in between a few animals and pet them, then you can do all of them like this. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead of having to individually pet 4, you just make all of them happy in one go. And who's my play with? My play is with Nora actually. Nice. And it's at Central Plaza. So let me kick off something. And I've got this. So the other thing I'm doing is I'm making a bunch of my stuff that I've previously made and putting it in this museum box because I'm going to donate it to the museum. I'm slowly going down the list of items I've had. As long as it's says this green bits of text, as in can be placed in the museum, you can donate it to the museum. So I am trying to slowly work through that. So that was the musical thing, number 2. So I'm going through this list. I'm just making one of each. A water engine, check. Build. Got all the ingredients, confirm, and it's off. Okay. Let's go and play with Nora. Hello, Nora.
Hello!
Hi.
Faith is a force from your inside, but I like to deal with problems from a more objective perspective.
Interesting. Is it like a crystal hourglass?
That? Wow! I like it!
I knew you would. Let's start our play. Start playing. I'll follow you. Yes, I do. Come this way. Can we play here? Yes. Play on the seesaw. 3 action points. Whee! Woohoo! No, she doesn't go very high. There we go. So if you've not done this, you try and get the press space bar to move the yellow bar along, and then you try and get it in the red area. Originally, when I first did this, I tried to listen to what they said and thought the red was just for context, and you're trying to get lower when she said lower there. I thought she meant lower than the red bar. Or lower than the red bar. So I kept missing it and couldn't quite understand why they're not happy. That was so much fun. Amazing. Cool. Let's get on the horse again. And go just over there. Yeah, play on the swings. And this one is just a rhythm game. You try to swing exactly in their rhythm. It's a bit tricky. Nice. Turn 2. And that's just 2 turns. Swing. Till the yellow bar is full, and then you press spacebar to actually high-five them, and then you success. Success! Thanks, Nora. That was great. Let's go to the spot. I'm a little tired. Can we sit down for a while? Sure. Casual talk.
I went on a study trip to Maybe before. The ocean breeze there was unforgettable.
Cool. How about a compliment? What should I say? What is it like being a missionary?
It's tough sometimes being away from family, but Portia has been a very welcoming town.
Okay. How about another compliment? What should I say? Your church uniform looks great.
Really? Thank you! I like it as well.
Cool. Is that the hat thing? Is that a symbol of the church? I'm curious. I'll have to look when I'm up there again. How about another crystal hourglass? Makes you happy. How thoughtful. I really like it. 88. Mood. So the higher the mood, the more relationship points you get at the end of the date. So plus 29. I can't believe the date's over already. Let's do this again sometime. Great. Let's go and see if that thing has finished while I was dating. Or playing, I should say. We're just friends, it's only playing. Whee! I'm doing that casual slaughter of ladybugs for the purpose of those bug eggs. Sort all this. Let's just make sure that this thing, yeah. So this is the recovery machine that you get from the museum if you've donated 10 items. It just actually links up your storage with the machine or to make the relics. It takes a bit of time, so it's not instant like you could get at the research center, but it just saves me that hassle of trying to find all these different pieces across all my different storage when there's no textures. So let's see, is all my apple slices going? Apple slices, whoa, there's an empty one. Let's top it up with apple slices. So each apple slice, which is that thing I've got in number 7, gives me 10% stamina back. So when you mine, especially with the drill, which is this advanced pick, it actually drains your stamina super quickly, so it's useful to have some stamina regen in large quantities if you go mining. Let's see, there's an empty one as well. Let's top up that one. And I still have 332 aroma apples to go, ignoring even normal apples. And the reason that I've got such a large stockpile is I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8, 9, 10, and potentially 11. However, this one is a bit weird because it's a mysterious salesman seed. That's an apple tree, which is why you see that little question mark icon next to the tree. As is this layered carrot, which normally, if it's like one of these fruit type things, it's a item you can actually put in your or enter into the autumn festival competition, which I've actually won in the first year because of one of those seeds. But they are it's usually the fruit. I'm not sure what the tree actually does. Let's craft some fiber cloth. Excuse me. And I'm gonna go to the harbour. Let's try and do this harbour quest. I do have health stuff by default in my inventory as well as the stamina stuff, so I'm very confident we can take on whatever Marley throws my way. I wonder if I need something to repair stuff. Where's Marley? Marley is over there. So once the harvest quests are all done, I think it's like somewhere over here is like a merchant pill type thing that you can actually do a few other things. Ready to go to
Starlight Island?
Or buy a few other things. Let's do it. Starlight Island! Starlight Island! Nice. Portia is a city located on the coast of the Western Sea. Let's go to Starlight Island. Oh, it looks so tropical! Bubbles. Bubbles from the sea.
So this is Starlight Island. Looks nice. The ruin entrance is over there. Let's go.
Sure, you go on ahead. I think I am going to be tempted to harvest a few things because I am greedy and I know there's things to harvest. Why can't I cut these trees? Ugh. Okay, these sparkly bits I know I can harvest. Gather. Coral. Coral. Okay. Let's see what else there is. Is there one of these things? No? Okay. So this might take a bit of time. Just mining everything that's on the island. The reason I'm doing this, and I might be mistaken, is to coconut. Is because I don't think I can get here again. I might be mistaken. I've only gotten this far once before, and I don't think I've actually played that long when I got to this level of the game. I think it was just about 1 or 2 missions further, so I might actually be able to come back, but I'm not sure. My impression was that I couldn't. So, but I don't think it hurts to actually pick up a lot of things. There's not a time sensitive mission, I think. Let's pick up some coconuts, and any of these things? No. I'm probably the scourge of Starlight Island trying to cut down the coral with my chainsaw. Let's see. Is there anything on this side? I think somewhere around the back might be some chest as well. As a sort of reward for exploring. Okay. So the map looks like this. There's a fishing spot there. Wow. So I assume I might be able to come back here. I'm just not sure how to do it. Maybe it's the paddle boat is like the DD stop it over the water. I'll have to explore that a bit. Mushrooms? Mushrooms? No? Can I do drill mushrooms? How about saw mushrooms, no? No. Whee! No. None of that, none of that. Cool. Any sparkly bits? Any sparkly bits? Okay, that's the boat where we came from, so let's go this direction. I'm trying to make like a circuit around it, I think. Because the boat... Which direction was the boat? The boat was in that direction. Well, there's still a few things I've missed. Okay, that's the boat direction, so... Yeah, that's the boat. I came and I've explored this side. I think I might have gone this way. So let's clear this and then go around and then go in. There's still a few things together. Coconut. Coral. Okay. Some more. Yeah, okay. And... No. Okay. And Molly's just following me around. Like, yeah, you're the builder. Ah, there's the chest I was talking about. At least one of them. Flexible fiber pen. Nice. Wow. Running up into the tree. Let's see. No. No. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Any more cool stuff? Cool stuff to gather or loot. Ah, wait a minute. Can I... Oh, it's so tempting. I want to try and jump over, but I can't actually see a way back. Okay, maybe not. Maybe a bit late. I think later in the game, I've seen occasionally some people actually mentioning that they've got a like plane type thing that can take you over water. Which is a late game thing, I think. A very late game. Let's see. Is there a secret chest somewhere? Maybe I can go up there. Let's see. How high can I go? Can I go up there? Whoa. Yeah. I think I've not actually gotten that chest. Oh! Military cap! I think that might actually be better than my current one. Let me check this out. Plus 500. It's not. Wow. But it's worth 6,000 gold. So, I would be happy. Let's see if there is a way I can actually get around. Can I? Ugh, it doesn't allow me to actually get higher or around on the edge. Because it's pushing me off like this. I can't, even though I can see it, I can't go there because it's pushing me off the edge. I'm running straight ahead and it's just pushing me off the edge. Okay. Cool. I got the chest anyway, so... Molly, is there anything below? Wait a minute. No. Look that way. Okay. Okay, there's some coral. Let's go do some harvesting. Harvesting! some people I've met in real life don't actually like coconut. I'm not too fussed about it. I like it as a delicacy if it's like sweetened with chocolate and type of stuff. Some people I've met just like, no, it's got coconut in it. I do not like it. No, thank you. I think what's it? The Bounty chocolate in the UK is got like a coconut thing in the center. And to my surprise, some people actually is like, no, no, thank you. Do not like coconut. So, not everyone likes all kinds of good stuff. Or even sweet stuff. Ah, there's a fishing spot. What's in there? Looks like... Let me actually try this. Molly, just hold on a moment. I have to determine the kinds of fish in there. Shell necklace. A koi fish. Okay. A frogfish. Ah, gladiator fish, okay. Gladiator fish and koi fish, okay. Just want to see what that blue sparkly one is. Is that a gladiator fish? Crystal necklace. Looks like a bubble fish. Unless it's also the gladiator fish. Molly's getting impatient. I'm trying to wonder what this blue one is that's swimming around. Is that the gladiator fish? Doesn't seem like it got worn. Koi fish, gladiator fish. Koi fish. She's throwing a coin or something. She occasionally throws like something. Maybe like skipping stones or something. So that would actually be quite cool for a character's idiosyncrasy. Okay, sorry Molly, I just want to have a look. Let's continue. Why are you holding what's up? You and your fishing. Disc. Okay, let's go. Enter Starlight Island ruins.
Looks like an old office park. We get these a lot in Lucian. Come on, let's go inside.
So, just for those who haven't actually played with Molly, she is kick-ass. And to even keep up with her, I have got to up my game and up my crit chance. So my crit chance by default is 34%. And I use this bubble fish stew, which is plus 35% to just give me a bit of a boost when I'm running low. I think that should be enough. So, buff a bit, and then I'm gonna go and attack some mobs. Mad crabs! Sorry Molly, you are too slow. Okay, wasn't actually anything to... Look at these fishies! Can I use my hands to grab this one? He looks like a kingfish, as does that one. Oh. Begin to explore. Senti Dog T52. Sorry Senti Dog. You looked impressive, but you were too slow. And I'm not even the main danger to you guys, it's actually Marley. So it actually does you a favor just by taking it out quickly. So yeah, I get a bit confused about directions in these levels, that's one above the other. Yeah, Marley does that one AoE attack, which is for 2000 for all the characters in the area, so Starlight Coral plus 2. Okay, and this way. No.
Some of the wires on the door controls are fried. Think you can fix it?
Sure. Let's try. Check. Repair. Ah, got copper wire. Must have picked it up somewhere. Let's see.
This is interesting. Do you know what these are?
tablets. iPad.
No.
They're designs for processors. Pretty useless to us now since we're not about to produce any of the parts. So this is a design facility. We'll need to be careful. There might be guard AIs.
Guard AIs. Interesting. Can we actually pick up some of this? Why can't she pick it up? Not me. Wait. There's sparkly bits. Sparkly. Right, that's just opening a door. Calm down. Let's see. So I can white test dog. So that's where I got the copper wires. Just a bunch of those sentry dogs. Upstairs. Sentry dog. Hits me with his tail. How rude. Sorry Molly, you're upside down. She got the one at the back. Okay, how about this one? What the? Whoa! Crit hit.
There's no way to get up there. The motor for this lift is broken. Can you fix it?
Let's just go and check the other side. Because I just want to get all the loot that I can. Advanced engine. Set it up. T52. And I want to make sure I get these because there might be some secret items in some of these. I think that's where you actually get some I would say progression items because it's not always for sale, that stuff. It's on these missions that you get side stuff. Advanced engine, I got one. Amazing. Turn on. Okay.
There's a door on the far side. Wait!
Not too friendly. Come on, Molly. Look at how they attack her. And give her actually a chance to actually get close. So let me actually cover a bit of health. Just kicking Molly's ass. If I don't stun it with my hammer. Whoa, look at that. Military engine, compressor, carbon fiber, silicon chips, stainless aluminum, and aluminum wires. Was this the door behind them? No, that's where we came from. That is the door behind them. Okay. And let me just top up stamina before I run out of mid-fight, which have happened before. What's in there? A bubble? Oh, a joystick! Nintendo DS!
That's the passcode key.
Okay. What a letdown, man! I thought it was a game console!
The what?
To that locator computer we found. Most countries back in the age of corruption had powerful AIs called all-source AIs. They ran everything, from their infrastructure to their military. Because of how sensitive they were, the locations for these AIs were always hidden, and only key personnel were able to access them. At least, that's what the old book said. There were always rumors that one such AI was around these parts, but I never bought into that. This could be a momentous discovery.
Dangerous.
Come on, let's head back.
After I get this. What's this? Coral necklace and a military cap. Again. So I've got two of them. few fish I can sell. Okay. What's this? Carbon fiber. Hazardous ruins and the somber marsh abandoned ruins. Looks like an ingredient. Okay. Okay. Let's get out of it. Exit.
I'll get back to you. I'll get this to the research center. I guess we'll need to have a meeting on what to do next. Thanks for the help today. I'll get back to you.
Sure. Adventure on Starlight Island. Mission completed. So the question is, can I go back there? Okay. A notice will go out from town hall when the island is open to visitors. Okay. So that seems to be where you go to actually access the Starlight Island later. Yeah. Don't build this harbor. So Toadie actually torched Harbor Veras because he's upset. Or against the development. Wait a minute. Let me get some fertilizer. Ingredients. More fertilizer ingredients, please. Whee. And there's a few fish foods walking around. Whee. Okay. And the other thing, wait. One escape justice. Wait. Somebody's upset. Sorry, ma'am. And I'm gonna do a bit of drilling around the area here to get some of these rocks to get the bloodstones. That's a fairly rare ingredient. I'll drop from these big ones, like that. And that's used for furnaces. So, yeah. I don't mind having a spare bit of a stockpile of them. With this drill, it's actually super quick to just run past and get everything. My game speed is set to slow as well, in case you're wondering. I'm on the slowest game speed, which means even though I've already done like a quest on a different part of the map and done loads of stuff. Oh, I've not done. Oh, the inspection! Oh, Saturday must do inspection! Quick! I was like, I can pick up a commission. No, Saturday, quick inspection time! Okay, let's do this. There, yeah. And whoops, that. Ah, 2, okay. Charge chair, inspect. No, this corner. And one more. So sometimes you just have to actually find the right angle besides just finding the mistake. Like that. Okay. Inspect. There we go. Another one. And do something obvious. There we go. Almost obvious. That dirt smudge, that swelling, and I want to say that bit, but it's the same on both. And the top. Okay. Sweet fishing pickaxe. Cool. Then my Saturday inspection gives me red points and some special items the next day. And just double check. Well, somebody's request for me is Gale Zone. Gale? No, Dr. Zoo, Petra Zone. Waiting for the flying pigs. That's a bit long. Okay, I think that would actually be Arlo.
I heard from Sam about the theft. Thanks for the assist. I've already talked with the two bandits, and I think this rabbit hole goes a little deeper. The masked man they talked about. Who could it be?
You think it's not them?
I've never seen these two deny something like this before. They're usually very proud of their crimes. They're pretty simple like that.
So that's 3. Just do all that to say thanks and bye. Okay, that's a bit weird. I wanted to go and sell some of these clothes. Maybe I can actually do something with it. I'll sell one. I want to keep one of these hats as a sort of template. Hold on. Unless she also sells it. Then I could later buy it from her. Sweatpants. Traveler's hat. I'm not sure quite the speed at which she gets new items. Sometimes it's okay in terms of upgrading your gear. What's this? Red heart knot. A decor used during the winter solstice holiday. Looks very hard to make. Red heart knot. Actually, buys more that. Yeah. So even though it's worth 6,000, because it's only 76% market price, it's not a good day to sell stuff for a lot. It's a good day to buy things. I think that was about it. Let's talk to Lucy. I've got a gift for her.
Hi!
Hi.
Even though Portia is a small town, the kids here are just as curious about the world as anywhere else. The feeling of achievement that I get when I see them advance in their studies is just indescribable.
Amazing. Let us see if you like a crystal necklace.
I've always wanted this. Thank you, I'm so happy.
And let's get a rose from Alice. And see if she likes crystal necklace.
Do you see anything you like? All my flowers are freshly picked.
Now that's crystal necklace. Thank you, never expected you to give me this. You're welcome. What are you doing, Jack?
Hi.
Hi.
My sister is working on a novel. I've read it. It's really good.
Great loyalty. What does Jack like to do? He likes to read. Maybe he likes structural aesthetics. That's more like a Gus type of thing. Let's see. What would he like? Maybe coral? No, thanks. I hope I like it. Thanks, Jack. Just trying to be a nice neighborly guy.
Hello! Remington's feet always hurt in the winter. So cold days are not good days for him. I gotta take care of him.
So I've got 1 point in the 20% chance when you're talking to get an extra relationship point. So when I talk to Sam here, I got 2 instead of the normal 1. But I actually just wanted to give her a gift because I've got the shrimp and cheese on rice that she likes.
That? Wow! I like it!
Great! Let's see. I am happy with the state of things. Let's see. Got resources and let's put stuff away. Coconut is probably a food, I would guess. Where would this go? Probably logging or harvesting if that had its own path. You can sell some fish, card, not items and gifts maybe? Items and gifts. Let's see, the coral necklace that I just learned. I just want to see what the bonuses are on that. Let's see, new crystal necklace, sapphire ring, attack, arm stretcher, stamina, first attack, stamina, coral necklace, attack plus 10. Okay. Let me actually do what I said I wanted to do. One more of the... let's hope this actually still counts as a museum thingy. It does, medium assembled item. Let's put it in there, in museum tab. And sort all, yes. Don't sell fish. But what I wanted to do was a comprehensive cutter, I think it's called. Not actually done in a recycle machine. Yeah, so that new flashing ribbon thing at the top just means you've not actually built it. So it will keep showing me that new tag until I actually build it. What did I want to build? A comprehensive thing. Except for battle match, for some reason it doesn't count. Unless it's stuff you've not built on the manual side. Because the battle badge is the automatic way. Let's see. Comprehensive. Cutter. Let's see. Bold. Industrial cutters. So I need 2 industrial cutters. Yeah, I want 2 more. So I do have industrial furnaces. So 2 industrial cutters. Let's see. Industrial cutter. Bold. There we go. Yeah, I'm not going to wait an hour and a half to do it automatically. I'll just do 2 of them manually. Industrial cutter, bold. Cool. Carbon steel grinding saw, simple circuits. Grinding. Simple circuits. But this is the caveat is that you have to go and find this stuff. Simple, no, all parts. Simple circuits. Simple circuits. Carbon steel bar, which is manufacturing. And what's the last one? Grinding saw. Oh, I got grinding saw. What is this? Copper blade, grinding saw. Okay, let's make more grinding saws. Craft me 3. Cool. Just so I have a few in stock anyway. And let's do this. Simple circuits, carbon steel bar, and grinding saw. And one more. Grinding saw, carbon steel bar, simple circuits. Cool. 2 of them, and now maybe I should make 3 of them so that I can put 1 in the museum tab. Oh. There we go. Cool. So one of them goes into the museum tab. I need to split it first. Does it say? Yeah, medium assembled item can be put in the museum. Museum stuff. Medium assembled item. And the other 2 Now I need to be careful. I don't actually know which tab it takes it from if I do it on the assembly station. So if it actually takes it from my storage, I will have to make sure that it's the one that's then in my inventory is put back in there. Yeah, I took it from my inventory, so it's fine. The museum stuff should still be in the museum stuff. Yeah. Cool, cool. Manufactured. Carbon steel bar back there, and runes consumables in there. Cool. Let me go and sell stuff, and then I think I'm just going to go to do some mining. I want to get more copper from Abandoned Ruins 1, because I'm running out of copper actually. Strangely. Yeah, didn't have too much fish. It was just when I did that mini quest on the Starlight Island that I saw the fishing spot and wanted to see which fish there was. Let's do this. This is actually my first session in here with the drill. So let's see how that goes. Abandoned Ruins. Would you like to pay 200 gold for a weekly pass? Sure. I'm actually going to take a short bio break. I will be back quickly. Let me just bring up my note to say I'm taking a break. I'm going to mute the mic as well, just FYI. So what you saw there was the my little mascot that's on my profile picture is this little lion cub. Like, wow. The lion cub plushie. I'm a grown man with plushies. That's life. Some people are a bit weird. There we go. So, I am not doing a mission, I am doing a harvesting thing. So let's actually, or harvesting, when I say harvesting I mean mining. And there's a bunch of stuff here that I don't want. So let's actually get the drill. I'm actually here for the copper, but I'm also gonna probably mine a very big amount of copper. So look how quickly my stamina goes down though. I think this mine, the smaller Abandoned Dunes 1 is built for people with pickaxes, so it's very quickly to yield its treasures to the drill. Small clock. I think the small clock would be a nice thing to go for as well, because that's the item needed for the crystal statue, I think, which is a plus defense item for the house. Need to check if I can actually donate that to the museum as well. Some of those assembled items. Not sure if you can donate stuff that you actually get from the work table. So there we go. Stamina is full. Oh, gone. Gone. Get last jar piece too. Thanks. So let's just mine all the copper I can see. If I can. Don't lose my patience. Whee. Yeah, look at that copper ore stack is just going up while I'm drilling, right? So there's copper everywhere. 1,800. Probably need to fly and gather some some relics or stuff that's out in the open air if I keep drilling like this. Stack 2,400 copper ore. It just keeps going up, man. Bigger and bigger numbers. I feel so powerful. Oh, no. Stamina. There we go. Lots of copper. Let's try a new best record of a number of copper ore I can get in one drill going. 500. Good. 1,000. I can do this. Maybe not. Okay, that direction, 43 meters. Okay, that was another 800. Let's get the item that I actually tagged before I went into the copper mining frenzy. Let's see. Oh, there's a room. More copper! Feel so rich! Oops. A fan! I'll take it and go to the eyeglasses. And then do a mini mission. Look at all that copper! Getting data discs every once in a while. My data disk pile might actually go over 1,000 now as well. Abandoned Dunes. Oh, let's get some stamina. I've done this before, that I've like run out of stamina just before I go in, and then I can't actually do anything to the mobs. Oh, 2 blue chests. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Yellow duck surfboard. Wow. And a fluffy rabbit. Nice. Let's get a full stamina. Took a lot of time to mine before the day is over. Get as much relics as I can, and kick off more relic production from the recovery machine that I've now got at my house. Besides just all the copper I want as well. I want all the copper. All of it. All of it. Okay, maybe not all of it. Let's go. Let's see what items I can get tagged. Okay. What is that? Monument Model Piece 1. Weird glass jar, piece 1. Small clock. And there's some stuff there. Okay. All chests. Let's get that. Structural dimension theory. Yeah, I make these random holes, it's like sinkholes, in the mining infrastructure, and then my farm gets sinkholes. It doesn't really work that way, but it would be interesting if it did. Like, sorry, your abandoned ruins, somebody dug like a massive hole in there, and there was a sinkhole on your farm. Sorry. That one and that one. I can probably sell some sand or soil as well, because I've got a bunch of that I've actually just stored every time I'm running out of storage space. It's just like, nah, let's just get another storage box, put it in there. I might have use for it later. And I've got like 30 or 50,000 or something crazy. Let's see. That looks like a weird jar piece again. Weird glass jar piece 1. Weird glass jar piece 1. Amazing. That's a thermos. From this angle it's pretty clear. And that's a fan. But let's get them so they don't actually clatter up our sonar or scanner or whatever it's called. Sonar. Well, there's something. Box, there's something, and there's something. A galloping horse and a box of items. Let's see, that direction. Yeah, I have to be careful around this say green bit in the center, because sometimes items feel like they can get stuck inside the structure. Might be a little bug, but yeah, it's a bit weird sometimes. Or it's only accessible from the other side, so you have to actually drill around and find the hole in the structure to actually get to the item, which is a bit annoying. $23.25. Yeah, should be fine. I'm getting a loads of copper. Which direction am I going? That direction. More fans. Not interested really in the rooms. More just in loot. I might go there. Let's see. More copper, more copper. There we go. That's a monument model piece, if I have to guess. Monument model piece 2. Loads of copper, and stamina is gone again. Husbandry data chip power stone. Okay, wait. I am drilling down, and I should have drilled up. Okay, that direction. I'm on the roof. Okay. And there's something, and there's something. Yeah, I'm going back to the center. I'm not sure if that's sort of more dense area for relics and stuff anyway. Might be. Let's see. Fan and some relic of some sort on the right hand side. What is this? This is thinking can piece 2. That would be thermos piece. And let's see. What's this? A racket, a something, and another something. Exciting! More racket. It's a racketeering, man. It's racketeering, I tell you. This game. Okay, yeah, there's still loads of stuff to tag. So you just have to find the right, I wouldn't say quadrant in the game to keep going and keep tagging stuff. That looks like a thinking can piece. No, is it? Yeah, thinking can piece 3. And there's something. There's something, and there's something. That looks another weird glass jar piece. Oops, stamina. Yeah, and because you get so much loot and stone and ore from just like doing it super quickly, I don't feel like I'm pressured to actually come back, even if I've just used one day in the license that I've bought for these mines. Whereas when I started the game, it's like, oh, I must go every day that I've actually bought the license for, just to not lose out the opportunity cost. It's getting late, you should get some rest. Maybe later, maybe later. How about 3 AM? I'll go at 3 AM. Just remind me. Just remind me at 3 AM. What's this? It's one of those recordings. Planet Explorers. Okay, that's one, and what's that? That's eyeglasses. What's that? No, monument piece. Monument model piece 4. Okay. It's a big one. Couch. Thanks. I will take it. Leather sofa. Sorry, not a couch. A sofa. Shouldn't get my languages mixed up. Weird glass jar piece 3. This one looks like that sun relic piece thing. Nice. Talker piece? Nice. Old talker piece 1. Okay, I'm just gonna mine here for a bit. Till I run out of stamina and or time. Ah, stamina actually went first. Okay. Let's pass out. Whee! I think I've got a fair bit of stacks of copper, so so I might not have to go back there. Let's see. Stacks of copper. How much did I get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 stacks of copper. Yeah, that's pretty good. So about 8,000 copper now in my inventory. I was going down to 300, which is why I felt I needed to go back and get some more. So mining resources is now, let's see if any of these have got any open slots. 30 slots, 30 out of 30. Mining resources 4, 60 out of 60. Which is why I can probably sell some soil, because a lot of it's actually just pure soil madness. I didn't even use the second tab much. Okay, I will be going to... Have I gone into the third tab? Yeah, I've got a few slots left. 23,000, I'm not sure what the others are worth, but that can come later. Let's store clocks in there, and these are all relics, so it should be in rune stuff. Yeah. Okay, sort all. Yeah. Cool. And let me go and see what I can manufacture actually. On this side is old thermos. Yeah, so now I can do a few more that might help me out. Old talker piece. Cover this. I don't think I've done this before. And I actually want to make sure I've got some copper wire. How much copper? No, I've got a bunch of copper wire. I think I'm alright. Was it copper pipes I was looking for? I don't know. I was running out of copper for something. But not anymore. Not anymore. Ah man, I did something. I manufactured bonus items. But I put it in a queue. I was like, where did I put it? I put it in a queue to be manufactured. So there should now be 2 comprehensive cutters. Sweet. Let me go and put them in the queue. So I'm actually getting all the items that I want. No. Too much fish tank. Too much fish tank. Okay. Okay. Refuel. And give me steel plate. Lots of steel plate, please. Okay, steel plate, it's fine. Give me more steel plates. Refuel. Let's make more hardwood planks. Let's make hardwood planks. Okay. And let me actually go and pick up what is in the box at the front. Whoa, quite a few people actually want something. Hello.
I finally planted the pumpkin princess, and she's growing at a good clip.
Nice.
Pumpkin princess?
That's right. Did you forget? It's that pumpkin seed we got from the mysterious salesman.
Oh, that's great. Do you need me to do anything?
Aw, you're so sweet. I think I can handle it myself.
Oh, it's just that I want to raise it together with you.
Oh, the way he says that. Oh, it's just that I wanted to raise it together with you. Together with you.
Oh, if that's the case. Let's do this together. Can you
Sure.
please take care of applying the fertilizer?
Wink wink. You do the smelly stuff. Apply the fertilizer, sure. Let's actually... Sorry Emily, I'm gonna play with Django for a bit.
Hey!
Oh, no, wait.
See you.
Bye. So once you become friends, occasionally you'll get an invitation to hang out. But if everybody's your friend, they like form a little crowd outside your place to actually ask you to hang out. Peach Plaza tomorrow at 2. Understood. I need to get some fertilizer for the Pumpkin Princess quest then. Oh, look at all that loot! And 7 steel plates. Okay. What have we got? From Marley. Hi Spariza, we're holding a meeting in the mayor's office tomorrow to determine what we'll be doing about the thief and all sorts. Do drop by. I think whatever we do from now on, we'll need at least a builder involved. Marley. Cool. From the Civil Corps. Hello builder, we've completed your commission for Warn Fur. These are the loot that we recovered. Enjoy. Nice working with you. Warn Fur 200. From the Commerce Guild, Toy Robot 1 contains Power Stone and Tempering Liquid 4. Thank you for your exemplary effort in discovering product issues in yesterday's inspection. You truly have the skills of a top-tier builder. Here's a little something for your time. Portia, Commerce Guild. Cool. From Town Hall. Dear citizen of Portia, you may have heard by now a warehouse was burned down during the expansion of the new Portia Harbour. After an investigation led by the Civil Corps, the culprit has been determined to be Toady the Fisherman. During the inquiry, he admitted to this crime. Toady believed the harbour expansion would damage the environment and lower the fishing stocks. These are valid points. If there are any other citizens who have grievances with the harbour expansion, please attend this Sunday's fireside meeting. We can work through this together. And day 7 is Sundays, so it's this evening. Do not forget. Note to self. Okay. Oh, more mail. From the Civil Corps. Blue leather times 50. Cool. And more blue leather. Yeah, I was doing the leather horn item for one of the stuff that I wanted to make for the museum, and it required blue leather. Defense plus 910. Amazing. Can I? No. Sells for 700 though. I was thinking, can I place it outside my yard to get those rep points with everybody else? But I think it has to be a relic. Let's get fertilizer. And go and fertilize. Set fertilizer. Where did I store the extra dough though? I want to make sure my fishes are fed. Ak must have just fed everything. And it's number 5, which is dough. So there's still 4 in there. Once it's gone over the cap, or once they breed, they will go over the cap and you can't feed them anymore. So this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Need to check that one to make sure that they are all happy. I'm not sure exactly how much you need to feed, so this one now becomes a problem. Because, yeah, need to feed a bunch of fish. And I don't want that sign to be there at the end of the day. Which is fine now. Go. Let's put the dough back. And I'm gonna go over to, once I've petted my animals with the feather duster, I am going to go and fertilize over at Emily's. Sorry, I'm hearing innuendo in my own words. And the horse. Cool. Wait, let me kick off something. So I did a comprehensive cutter for the museum. I've done that industrial cutter. I think I've done Industrial furnace I've done, 5 power generator, blender, removal bed, loudspeaker. Ah, yeah, so I was over here. Water storage. I think this will count. Let's try. Bold. Yep, got all the items. Cool. You go ahead, machine. I will continue to do my other stuff while you do all the work. There we go. E. Apply fertilizers. Cool. Show Emily. Thank you so much. The princess told me to say. Tee hee. Right. So it's Sunday. I can go and do inspections again. Cultivated soil. The other thing I can also do is, and I try to remember to do this fairly frequently, is to exchange some stone for wood, because that's like the cheapest way, because I've got a lot of stone, because I'm now mining so quickly that I can just exchange for wood. It's 1-to-1 ratio, so it's pretty good deal. Let's see, there's a smudge over there. Oh, that was it. And some horsey heads, whatever this is called. Definitive item. Got a big nose. And a weird neck. Mane, I should say, not a neck. Jockey statue, was it? It's a smudge. And a weird thing on that side. And a red thing there. Rubber tire. Cool. Rep points plus 18. I'm not exactly sure what determines how many rep points you actually get for what you're doing. It might be... I think if you make mistakes, that takes rep points away. But I'm not sure if time is that sensitive in terms of you have to do it in a certain amount of time, or if the number of mistakes that you spot adds anything. So that was 3 out of 3 and rep points 22. So not sure. Not sure. Let's see how I'm doing in the rankings. Am I still ahead? Yes I am. I'm still workshop level A though. I would like to get workshop level S. Not sure where that actually happens. Antoine, how are you?
Hello.
Oh.
You won't find a person as beautiful as me in Portia. I feel grateful that you get to see me.
You're a bit of a diva. But we like that about you. You are a character. Cool. I am gonna get some stone quickly. Sort all, put the fertilizer back in agriculture box and get some stone. Stone. Because NG construction is open every day. Sorry, Albert wants to ask something. After I get some wood, I will talk to Albert. Albert, hello.
We're really in a bind now. We need a new air cooling unit to replace the one that got burned. Do you think you can do it?
Sure, of course, easy peasy.
Oh good, I was afraid no builder would take this commission since it's difficult. Maybe you can tie up a bunch of refrigerator relics and call it a day? I don't know. Hopefully the research ladies can come up with something. I'm counting on you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Relationship +1. It's interesting if you've not noticed this. In the social tab, the pets also have a social tab. But they start out. Pinky is actually becoming more friendly with me, but the others start out as adversary. QQ went from adversary to stranger. Quite surprised. So I still miss one more person and or pet that I need to befriend in the game. Okay, let's go and talk to Petra. Ask Petra. She's gonna ask me to help her with her fix again. She's got a fix on data disks. Like, can you help me with my fix? I can help you if you give me what I want. I want the data disk.
A large air cooling unit. Isn't that a standalone relic? And you want to create one. I'm not sure how to go about that. I'll talk with the director and see if we can come up with something. I'll let you know.
Oh, she didn't even ask for data disks. That's a surprise. Let's see. What is this? Research notes. Notes on the investigations done at the research center can be helpful in improving factory output. So I think this is sort of later games strategy, is when you've got a bunch of data disks like I'm getting now. I've got 1,000 or near on 1,000 that you can actually exchange the research note and improve your factory. I'm not sure how that actually works. But I might get some of the other stuff that they sell. No? I've got all... What's this? Coral tree. I will take that. Not sure where I would normally get it, but I will learn it. I'll take this. What's this? 30 and this is 15. All these are ACK chips that you upgrade ACK with. So they've got 99 research notes at 10 a pop. So to buy all 99 would require 990 data disks. So it might require a bit of more effort to find them. Let me research this. Coral tree craft recipe learned. Okie dokie. The thing is now, it's early in the day and I feel like I've done all the main mission stuff. Now I'm tempted to go fishing, but there's that 7 o'clock fireside that I will forget if I go fishing. Maybe if I make it quick, I can make it. This is a water tank. Let's see if that actually... water storage. That actually counts. I hope it should. Yeah, medium assembled item can be placed in the museum. That's all I'm looking for. Museum. Water storage. And next up is... I've done those water in water. I've done a fish display, lift controls. Very specific. I'm not sure if that would count, but let's build it anyway. Okay, then the rest I should just be able to sort. Yeah. And this mint. Hello, mint. Hi, he sounds a bit tired.
Moving ahead with work this time of year is so difficult. I can't even get a good nap these days.
How about a gift?
It really is a nice present. Thank you.
Sure. And I think everything on my farm is done. Wait a minute. All the blenders are out. Let's see. I want more resin. I can probably make more dough as well. And next one. Apologies for the sneeze. I hope I got the mic in time. I felt it coming on. Let's see. More flour, I think. Cool. And over here, let's make some more fiber cloth. And more fiber cloth. Cool. I'm gonna go, but come on, Mr. Twitch, come over here. See, I need to do a bit of expansion. I want to get my house level 4, which I need 100,000 goals for. And I'm at 70,000. And once I've done that, I want to rearrange my layout of my workshop area. Because I don't think my current layout is the best in terms of efficiency. And I want to be efficient. So I'm on my way to the fishing, right? But I like to actually pick stuff up anyway. Just make sure that the stockpiles keep growing. Increase the loyalty of the pet. That's it. Thank you. Gather. 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 So I just need to keep an eye on the time so that I've got about 40 minutes to get back to town for the fireside at 7. So I can fish till then. Which is 8 master fishing rod. Let's fish super quick, super quick. Make some goals and hopefully, or fish and make some, sell it. Catch enough fish to actually sell on the same day when I go back at 7 for the fireside. Maybe I can go back a bit earlier if I've caught a few kingfish. But I need to be back for 7, so about 1800 I need to go back. I'll probably also check what other items beside the golds do I need for the house level 4 upgrade, because I've got, well, that was the thing that I noticed, that's going to take me a while, but I think there was aluminum plates on it as well, and might be some of the other scarcer items as well, so I just need to double check that I've got the right items to do the upgrade. The bait has been eaten. Golden salmon is biting. Thinking about fishing, my first introduction to, let's say, the fishing mini game or meta game in games was actually in old World of Warcraft, and now with WoW Classic out again, it reminded me of that fishing experience. There was, what was it, Fishing Buddy or something add-on that told you where you can farm, because in WoW you can farm basically anywhere that there's water, but you had to have certain skill level to actually pull up any fish in that location. But this Fishing Buddy would record where you can catch different fish. So you'd look at that and say, well, the odds of catching this kind of fish during this daylight hours, I think there might have been only added later in the game. The fishing actually changes by time of day, and like some fish only during daylight hours, and some fish only during nighttime hours. but this fishing buddy was an instrumental tool to say what's the odds of catching a fish at your current skill level in this location. And you can then later reference it if you want to catch that kind of fish again, and it takes ages to actually level up your fishing. So yeah, that was my first introduction to the meta fishing game or mini game in games. It's World of Warcraft fishing. I've never actually won the Stranglethorn Vale fishing contest that was held on Sundays. It was just so random that there could be such a competition in game with a special prize. But it's so rare to actually win that. You also get schools of fish in World of Warcraft, but it's just a bonus chance to catch specific fish of that school if you actually cast your bobber into the school of fish. But yeah, that was a interesting event every week on Sundays in World of Warcraft. Commerce Guild inspection has ended. Please check your mailbox tomorrow for rewards. Understood. So it's 3 and I need to leave by 6 in game because I want to get to the fireside on time. I've missed a few fireside meetings because it's like, I can fish and there's so much time before 3 AM, and then I completely missed the fireside. It's usually at like 7, and by that time I've finished all the other stuff that I want to do and completely forget that I wanted to go to the fireside. Lots of golden salmon biting. Maybe that's like a daylight fish that's more likely to bite. Not sure. Can I get a kingfish, please? Any kind of kingfish. Kingfish. So that I have something to return to town with. Two hours left. The other thing I still have to upgrade in the game is the Dana's Mine. I've done one upgrade, the 10,000 goals one. But I think it's got the same level of upgrade capability as the farm, so the tree farm, so it might go up to 80,000 level 5 production facilities, which is still a fair bit to go. I want to upgrade my house first though, so we'll see how that goes. So I've got one kingfish. Let's see if I can get another kingfish. 2 kingfish. Before I return to town. I think after the fireside I might come back out again to catch more fish. There we go, 2 kingfish. Let's reel this one in and... Oh. I think the thing with the kingfish is that your red bubble actually grows faster. It's just so you have to take more breaks in the reeling in of the fish. It's not more lively necessarily. But yeah, the red bubble goes quicker, so you just need to be more patient to reel them in. Another kingfish. It's 5. I want to leave at 6. Make sure I'm on time for the fireside. One more kingfish, I'll be happy. we can do this, we can do this. Kingfish! I don't know what the market price is today. Might be lower because the previous day was like 76%, so it's probably still low. I think there's a kind of inbuilt trend that's softly related to the previous day, so if yesterday was 76, it might be 85% today or something. So let's finish and go back to town. Oh, look at that beautiful sunset. And look at all the I won't say the sparkles, but it's probably like pollution on my farm. Oops, how did I get here? How did I get here? Get out of here! What's this? What's this? I don't know where I am. I need to go and not fight things. Okay, Papa Bear's over there. Okay. Okay. Come on, where's my horse? Where's my horse? There we go. Let's go. I got a bit panicked and confused there. We should make it for 7. We rush to the fireside. My horse got a lot of endurance though. So yeah, just made it. Just made it. Hello. Let's see.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming out tonight. We have a very important topic to discuss today, so let's get straight to it.
Sure.
Yes, Toddy burned down a warehouse under construction at the harbor. Yes, he did it because he wanted to make a point. Was his point valid? Yes, of course. Should he have expressed his opinion the way he did? Well, we're a close-knit society. A society based on law and order. A society better than the ones that existed during the Age of Darkness. Or at least that's what I'd like to think. When our community has disagreements, we should air them out, talk about them, and compromise. That's the type of community I want my Portia to be. We all know Toddy. He's a hard-working fellow who likes his peace and quiet near the ocean. But what he did was wrong, and he will be punished according to the law. We cannot allow such behavior in Portia.
Yeah, so in my previous playthrough, this is only the second time I've played this, I got as far as Toadie being in jail, but I didn't see the full resolution of that storyline. So this far I know, and that he's gonna go into the Civil Corps jail, but don't know what happens after that.
That's too bad. He's a good guy. He shouldn't have done that, though.
At least no one was hurt.
Because he's shown regret and no one was hurt during this incident, I will be lenient. You all selected me as the mayor to make these tough decisions, and I'll see it through. Now that we've addressed the rhino in the room, let's talk about the reasons behind Toddy's impulsiveness. Upgrading our port will damage the environment around the harbor. There's no way around that. Toddy is correct that the ships traveling through will cause pollution. When I made the decision to cooperate with Mr. Musa on this project, I believed that the benefits outweighed the negatives, and this still holds true today. But the port will bring real benefits to our citizens. More goods, more income, higher quality of life. Therefore, I still think this project should be completed.
Okay.
I agree.
And my horse just walking over everybody.
I'm with you on that one.
What about the environment, though?
Good question. I plan to establish a natural reserve on Starlight Island and its surrounding waters after the harbor has been completed. We should strive for a balance between using the world and protecting it. I'm certain Minister Lee would tell us that failing to do so will lead us to disaster. Anyone disagree?
A balance is needed.
That was a convincing speech.
I guess we're all done then. Whew. This was a long meeting.
Kids, it's too long, meeting too long.
Hush, you. Okay then, we'll proceed as planned. If anyone has questions about the Starlight Island Sanctuary, please come and see me. That's all for this meeting. Good night, everyone.
Okay.
Hey.
Do I get Alice's stuff today? I don't even give her a gift, so I might have to go and buy some roses. If it's not too late. No, I think she closes at 7, or her store closes at 7. Did I get Nora?
I can actually see where Toddy's coming from. It's too bad he couldn't use a more peaceful way to air his frustrations.
Yep.
Hello.
How about a gift?
In the coldest days of the winter, Minister Lee still comes to preach. He's a faithful follower of his belief. I hope the audience and him won't feel too cold.
How about a crystal hourglass? She likes it. Good friend.
Oh, I really like it.
Sweet. Do I get bonus? I don't think she has a bonus at good friend level. Nora, good friend. Preferences, the roses and crystal hourglass, good friend. Receive 20% discount when consuming in the store. So the store for her would be the church. So I might be getting discounts there. Okay, let's see who will buy fish. Don't have too many though, so it might all actually go to 92%. It will all go to the round table, I think, or most of it. And I've got 12 fish left, and I think the only store that's actually still open that would buy fish is the South Block. I'm gonna run over there, sell some fish, and then go and fish some more. Because I've done what I wanted to do, which was attend the fireside. And but they close at 10 as well, so I shouldn't actually waste time picking up stuff now. I can do it when I come back. Okay, so let's sell some fish, and because it's still slightly cheaper, let's buy a military engine. I'm not sure what this is used for though. Let's just buy it because I want it. Golden ginseng. I'll stop there. I know it's used for one of the, let's say, advanced recipes. I think it's actually catching the cotton llama, which is a potential other way to make money. Which is like you catch the cotton llama, which might be up to 1 a day and you sell it for 11,000 golds or 10,000 or whatever the case is, but it's still a big amount and you can do it once per day, I think. I've not tried that money making strategy, but besides fishing you can also do that. No, fishing rod, not fish with a hammer. A mate of mine was, I was talking about, I do fishing in the game, and he was like, yeah, no, he doesn't have patience for fishing in games. And he was telling me he was playing Zelda Breath of the Wild, and the way to do fishing in that game is you can do the fishing, but you just throw in sticks of dynamite or explosive, and all the fish just float to the surface. That's one way of doing fishing. See if I can catch a few more kingfish for the next day's sales, because I'm close. I'm 90,000 or 87,000 to my 100,000 gold to be able to upgrade my house, so I might be able to do that shortly. If I get rewarding fishing session in. Still got 4 hours in game fishing time, so it should be alright. Yeah, I was debating how far I am in the game in terms of unlocking stuff or the full campaign, and one of the clues are how much of the map I've unlocked. So I've actually, let me actually show. So I've unlocked this desert area and the Western Plateau, but and Starlight Island now. But I've still got this area at the top to unlock. And then there's a bunch of campaigns, I assume, that's still left on that side as well. So maybe 50%-ish through the campaign. Not quite sure in terms of numbers, but it feels like that. I think I'm about 70 hours into this playthrough. So it's a fairly chunky game in terms of keeping me entertained. People who've played Stardew Valley say this is very similar to Stardew Valley. I've dabbled in Stardew. I've played maybe 2-3 hours in Stardew. So I can't really compare the two, because I haven't got as much experience in Stardew Valley as I do in this one. Emperor Wisefish. I will take it. Another Emperor. Nice. I love that everything you do in the game gives you XP. So that even the fishing, besides just giving you a bit of money, also feels rewarding in the sense of, yeah, you're doing something in the game, there's XP for you, thank you. I was at work today. I was actually not at work. I wasn't doing this at work. Sometime during the day today, I was looking at, which might or might not have been at work, looking at the rankings of WoW Classic and the race to 60, and just the craziness of how quickly these guys do it. Because I think at the time I looked, they were in the 50s, high 50s, so almost at 60. And I remember when I played WoW, it just took me ages to get to 60. I think it took me nearly a month and a half or 2 months to actually get to 60. Just a mammoth mission. And I think I only actually just got to 60 and maybe played for a month or so before the actual Burning Crusade expansion came out. I didn't do that much at 60. I was doing... Yeah, I didn't do raids at 60 at all. I was doing... what's it... Stratholm, I think the dungeon was called, the 5-man dungeon. I played a tank in my little friendship group in WoW. Yeah, so I played Stratholm, I think it's Stratholm. The dungeon in the northeast Plaguelands. Yeah, basically the level 60 dungeons is basically the level I did Classic WoW at before the Burning Crusade came out. So even though I technically did play it, I didn't play it for that long. I think I saw a few people in or while I was doing the earlier dungeons. I remember this, I think it was the desert dungeon, the level 45-ish dungeon in I don't remember the area, near the goblin areas. What's it called? Yeah, no, I can't remember what it was called. But we got a carry from a level 60 mage who was dressed in the tier 2 gear, which you get from, I think, Black... What's the I don't remember any of the dungeons or the raids that I want to say the tier 2 raid map before Naxxramas. But Naxxramas had just come out in his guild. He was telling us his guild was doing Naxxramas, so he was fully kitted out in the tier 2 set. But it was needed for the Naxxramas raid. So that felt pretty impressive because he was like melting through the level 45 mob. And it's like, wow, that's so cool. But just the look of that set at the time was like, wow, all the items are color coordinated and it looks badass. Because I was in my mismatched level 45 gear, quest gear, and occasionally a dungeon drop, a blue dungeon drop. But yeah, I think WoW has become a lot, I want to say, over the years it's become easier in terms of how user-friendly they made it. Because it was a lot more grind back in the day. Yeah, didn't have the dungeon finder or the raid finder. The quests weren't actually clearly marked on the minimap. There weren't any achievements. So other things to aim for. Yeah, old school MMOs. Which I have fond memories of, but I don't want to go back to those days. I think I'm actually going to call my stream after this in-game day, because I've been streaming for 2 hours and that is sort of my goal for weekdays. So once this character passes out and the fairy's taken back to bed at 3 AM in the game, I'm gonna end the stream there, and I will be back tomorrow at 2 PM UK time for my usual Saturday stream. Should be about 4 or 5 hour stream. And if you were hanging around this evening, I thank you very much, and do invite you back tomorrow, because I will be back tomorrow. Thanks everyone. I am gonna end the stream there. Let me just make sure it saves, and I will exit to the main screen. Thanks everyone, bye bye. Wait, one moment! Let me actually see if I have anybody I can host. If my friends are online. I'm looking for people to host, and often it's actually just small viewers and they don't stream as often. So I find it hard to actually find people that's as small as me doing my time at Portia. Let's try this one. I will send you to Red Shard 4. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna be hanging out there in a while.